So this question reads, if you throw a ball in the air, it will be S of t equals 12t minus 16t squared feet above your head, t seconds after firing. Part A asks to find the velocity of the particle. Part B asks to find the acceleration. Part C asks when the ball will reach its maximum height. Part D asks when will the ball hit the ground, and Part E is asking what the initial velocity of the ball is. So to find out the velocity of the particle, what you're doing is you're taking the derivative. So your first equation, S of t, is 12t minus 16t squared. And to find the derivative, you'd end up taking the 12 from the t, and you'd bring down the squared exponent, and multiply that times 16, which gives you 32t. So your equation would be 12 minus 32t. That's the velocity. For part B, what you're doing is you're finding the double derivative of the original equation. So in my case, I just took the derivative of the first derivative. So the first derivative was 12 minus 32t, and then your answer would simply be negative 32 because there is no derivative of 12, and negative 32 would be the slope of the negative 32t. What you're doing for part C is you're taking the original equation and you're finding the maximum height. To find the maximum height, you need to do negative b over 2a. So in this case, your negative b would be negative 12, since the greater number is negative 16t squared. That would be your a. So it would be negative 12 over negative 32, since negative 16 times 2 is 32, and that gets you 3.375 seconds. That's your final answer for that one. Part D asks when will the ball hit the ground. So what you're doing is you're trying to find the zero. Now, you can take the original equation, 12t minus 16t squared, and you can factor that. You can take out a t, and in the middle you'll have 12 minus 16t. And then eventually you'll have t equals 0, because what you factored out, and 12 minus 16t equals 0, and that'll get you to 0.75 seconds. That's when it will hit the ground. And finally, part E asks what is the initial velocity of the ball, and what you're doing, since you're trying to find the velocity, you need to take the derivative of 12 minus 16t squared, and you're going to plug 0 in for t. So S of 0 equals 12 minus 32 times 0, and your answer is 12 feet per second.